to the entertaining Talkin' Sports.
What is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. And in this video, I'm going to talk about the quotes that came out today out of the mouth of Janoris Jenkins, of course, the cornerback for the New York Giants, after the game and his displeasure with how he's being used in the Giants defense. Now, of course, we all remember after week 2, Jenkins came out after the Bills game and basically said people's jobs are on the line, and he pointed the fingers at other players on the team. And then, of course, the next week, the Giants won, but Janoris Jenkins had his worst game of the season, in which he gave up almost 200 yards receiving to the star wide receiver on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Mike Evans. And since then, the Giants really have not spied him on the best wide receiver, and that's what he is upset about. We'll get into that in a second. But there continues to be dysfunction on this New York Giants team, and now it's starting to come out that he is displeased with James Bettcher. I think we all agree has a very strong chance of being off the team next year. Now, to be fair, when they hired James Bettcher, I was pretty excited about it. He brought something new to the team. We had not had a 3-4 defense since the LT days. Our defense was struggling, and it was a blitz first defense, a defense that was supposed to get pressure on the quarterback. And I like aggressive defenses, but the problem that the New York Giants have had the last 2 years, they have not had the personnel to run that defense. They don't have the quality linebackers. And maybe some of it's, a lot of it is Bettcher's fault. Maybe not all of it is his fault. Maybe he shouldn't take the full blame, but he has not done a good job. I mean, last year, I think they were the worst or the second worst defense in football, and this year they're not much better. I mean, it seems like every time there's a third and long, they give it up. This game was a perfect example. 3rd and 13, converted. 3rd and 17, touchdown. 4th and 10, converted. So, all on the same drive. I mean, we have not been able to get off the football field. Yes, we have gotten after the quarterback more due to our blitzing. And a big problem that I noticed, and everybody noticed, last week was Corey Ballantyne in the slot. The Chicago Bears took their best wide receivers, who in most cases, the team will take their best corner and spy that receiver. Especially in a game like today, when Davante Adams is far and away the best weapon on the Packers offense. And against the Bears, they picked on us in the slot. They put their best wide receivers in the slot and took advantage of Corey Ballantyne. And the Packers did the same thing today. Adams had a strong game out of the slot, and I noticed it throughout the entire game. I even mentioned it in my post-game video. And Janoris Jenkins voiced his displeasure, and I think he's right. I mean, we've been getting killed in the slot, and Bettcher had made no adjustments this week. Moving Jenkins from one spot to the other, guarding the best wide receiver. And here is what Janoris Jenkins had to say. Here's the quote and the tweet from Ralph Vacchiano. Giants cornerback Janoris Jenkins is not happy with defensive coordinator James Bettcher. You've got to use your weapons. I'm the only one in the league that doesn't travel with the opponent's top wide receiver. I don't understand why. So Janoris Jenkins isn't shy. And you know what? You could argue that he shouldn't be doing this, but at the end of the day, he's got a good point. We got killed in the slot last week, and Corey Ballantyne, not to his fault, he's a rookie corner. He's a 6th-round pick. Shouldn't be guarding the opponent's top wide receiver. And the same thing happened this week. I don't think Ballantyne was in there, but you had Haley was in there at the slot, and they were getting picked apart, whoever was there. Janoris Jenkins, for the most part, from what I saw, I don't get the game film, had a good game. It was that highlight play, the throw in the corner of the end zone, which I also mentioned in my post-game video, where he did a good job defending that pass. And I think Jenkins is right here. Now, should he throw Bettcher under the bus? You could argue maybe not, but regardless, there's a good chance neither one of these guys are back next year, because Jenkins, of course, carries a big cap hit at, I think, $14.75 million. So the Giants may, in fact, decide to cut him, and Bettcher, I think, is going to be the guy that takes the fall. And it could be Pat as well, but certainly I think Bettcher will be gone, and this is a prime reason as to why. He does not make good adjustments. I'm watching the game, and I know to do this. They've been picking him apart in the slot, and Jenkins called him out for it. You could argue maybe Jenkins shouldn't do it, but I think Jenkins is right in this instance. Now, I just hope next week Jenkins doesn't do what he did the last time he did this, when he seemingly basically called out the pass rush for not getting after the quarterback, when he said that you can't ask cornerbacks in this league to guard wide receivers for more than 5-6 seconds. Look at the film. I'm holding for 5 or 6 seconds. And then when he was manned up one-on-one with Evans, he got torched. But overall, I think Jenkins has played relatively well since that game, which is why I was surprised the Giants were not able to trade him at the deadline. But yeah, I agree. Bettcher's done a horrible job this year. The defense seems to get worse and worse every week. Now, if you're being fair, you played Aaron Rodgers today, right? But, I mean, you can't give up 3rd and goals at the 17. You can't give up 4th and 10s. And it's not just in this game. It's every single week. And it is a very dysfunctional football team, and I expect big-time changes at the top. If Shermer's not gone, Bettcher definitely, I think, will be, and there's a good chance Shermer is as well. We're going to have to wait and see how it all plays out. But there is certainly some drama in the New York Giants locker room. We'll have to see what happens. As always, if you like what you watch, please subscribe, drop a comment, maybe give me a little thumbs up. Cheers.